Imagine a world where time travel isn't just the stuff of science fiction, but a hidden reality operating just beneath the surface of our everyday lives. What if the clues have always been there, just waiting for us to connect the dots? Today, we're diving into the top 5 stories that could prove time travelers actually exist. And trust me, by the end, you'll be questioning everything you thought you knew about time. So buckle up. This isn't just a countdown. It's a journey through history, mystery, and the unexplained. Story number 1, the Chronovisor, Vatican's secret time machine. Deep within the guarded vaults of the Vatican, some claim there once existed a device capable of looking into the past, not metaphorically, but literally. It's called the Chronovisor, and it may be the closest thing humanity has ever had to a time machine. This mysterious device was allegedly invented in the 1950s by Father Pellegrino Ernetti, a Benedictine monk and respected physicist, with assistance from other scientists, including Nobel Prize winner Enrico Fermi and German rocket expert Werner von Braun. According to Ernetti, the Chronovisor functioned like a television set, but instead of tuning into broadcasts, it tuned into time itself, allowing users to view, but not alter, past events in vivid detail. Ernetti claimed to have witnessed ancient Rome, seen Napoleon Bonaparte delivering speeches, and even observed the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. A photograph he presented showing Christ on the cross, however, was later revealed to resemble a known religious statue, leading skeptics to cry hoax. But here's the twist. Ernetti stood by his story until his death, insisting the Vatican ordered the device dismantled to prevent misuse. Because anyone could spy on political meetings, expose secrets, or rewrite history. The potential for abuse was simply too great. There are rumors that blueprints for the Chronovisor still exist. Hidden in a Vatican archive only a handful of people can access. Some say it was never destroyed, only relocated. In 2002, the Vatican even released a curious statement warning that anyone using an instrument of this kind would face excommunication, fueling suspicion that they were protecting something very real. Conspiracy theorists claim the device may have been used to verify religious relics, observe miracles, or even influence global events without public knowledge. Others believe modern advancements in AI and quantum computing could be based on secret research inspired by Chronovisor technology. Whether a religious cover-up, a scientific miracle, or an elaborate hoax, the Chronovisor continues to inspire one haunting question. If it did exist, where is it now? And more importantly, who might be using it? Story number 2, the mystery of John Titor, a time traveler's internet confession. Let's jump to the dawn of the internet age, where an anonymous user appeared out of nowhere with an outrageous claim. He was a time traveler from the year 2036, sent back to retrieve an IBM 5100 computer from 1975. His name, John Titor. Between 2000 and 2001, this mysterious poster shared hundreds of messages on platforms like Art Bell's forums and Time Travel Institute, predicting civil unrest in the US, nuclear war, and specific technological advancements. Some of his more accurate claims included the development of USB flash drives, the rapid rise of decentralized computing, the shifting geopolitical landscape post-2001. He also shared complex schematics of a time travel mechanism involving spinning singularities, gravity distortion fields, and a vehicle equipped with what he called a Tipler sinusoid. Titor claimed the IBM 5100 was necessary because it contained hidden functions unknown to the public, functions that could debug legacy computer codes in the year 2036 after a widespread Unix system failure. He warned of a coming American civil conflict beginning in 2004 and culminating in a brief but devastating nuclear exchange by 2015. While these specific events never occurred, Titor claimed this divergence was due to parallel timelines. According to Titor, Time travel doesn't allow you to change your own past, but sends you into a different, alternate version of reality. That's why his warnings, though compelling, didn't always match our own history. Skeptics believe the entire persona was an elaborate hoax by a very clever writer, possibly a group of tech-savvy individuals testing the boundaries of internet storytelling. But the level of technical detail, consistency across posts, and the eerie alignment of some predictions with real innovations have kept the mystery alive. Titor's final post in 2001 read, "Bring a gas can with you. The future will not be kind to gasoline shortages." Then, silence. Was John Titor a prophetic troll ahead of his time, or someone truly sent back to observe or warn humanity? No one ever discovered who he really was, and his final post ended cryptically. But for believers, his story remains one of the most compelling modern time travel cases ever. And maybe, just maybe, he's still watching us from a different timeline. Story number 3, the time-traveling hipster in 1941 Toronto. It's a photo that sparked worldwide debate. The reopening of South Fork Bridge in British Columbia, 1941. A sea of period-accurate outfits, hats, and somber expressions. Except for one guy who looks like he just walked out of a Brooklyn coffee shop in 2010. Dubbed the time-traveling hipster, this man wore what appeared to be wraparound sunglasses, a graphic print t-shirt, and held a portable camera slung across his chest. His hair was slightly unkempt, his posture casual, and his entire aesthetic seemed shockingly out of place. The photograph is 100% real, verified to be untampered and officially archived by the Brushstroke Museum in Canada, found in a government exhibit titled "Their Past Lives Here." At first, skeptics suggested the man could simply be an outsider, possibly from a rural or unconventional area. But deeper analysis raised questions. Sunglasses like his weren't mass-produced until the 1960s. The t-shirt's screen-printed logo style wasn't used until after World War II. The camera he carried resembled a portable Minolta model from the late 1940s, nearly a decade after the photo was taken. Some believe he may have been a time traveler on a casual assignment, perhaps unaware that a photo would immortalize his presence. Others speculate it was an intentional disruption, a test to see how time travelers might interact with past crowds without detection. Could this be a case of a time traveler accidentally getting caught in the past and captured in a photo never meant to exist? Or is it just an incredible coincidence crafted by clothing oddities and camera tricks? Even today, the photo fuels Reddit debates, documentaries, and time travel enthusiasts who claim it's the smoking gun, proving time travelers walk among us. One theory even suggests this was a staged experiment, planted in public record to test public perception of temporal anomalies. One photo, one anomaly, and one timeless question: are we glimpsing a man out of time, or just a stylish ghost from the past? Story number 4, the Philadelphia experiment, a vanishing ship and time distortions. If you thought time travel stories only lived in the realm of fiction, think again. One of the most notorious cases allegedly happened in 1943, during the height of World War II, and involved a top-secret U.S. Navy experiment known as the Philadelphia experiment. The mission: to make the USS Eldridge, a newly commissioned naval destroyer, completely invisible to radar, using a process believed to involve electromagnetic field manipulation. But what transpired, if true, was far more horrifying than invisibility. Eyewitnesses and reports claim the ship vanished in a blinding green-blue flash, only to reappear seconds later, hundreds of miles away, near Norfolk, Virginia. But when it came back, something was wrong. Several crew members were reportedly found embedded in the ship's steel structure, screaming or dead on arrival. Others were said to have suffered psychotic breaks, vanishing entirely, or even reappearing days later, confused and disoriented. The first public whispers came from Carlos Allende, who wrote cryptic letters to scientists about what he called Project Rainbow. He described phenomena like teleportation, optical invisibility, and most chillingly, temporal displacement. Later, a man named Al Bielek came forward, claiming he was one of the sailors on board. According to his account, the experiment didn't just bend space, it ripped open time itself. He claimed to have been thrown into a time vortex, waking up in the year 2137, where he saw a devastated Earth and advanced AI-run cities. Bielek's story was filled with impossible detail, even describing technologies decades ahead of their time. He later said he was returned to the 1980s and forced into silence by the government. Despite the U.S. Navy's strong denials, many believe the project drew on Einstein's unpublished unified field theory, which theorized the merging of gravity and electromagnetism, potentially creating ripples in space-time. Could this top-secret experiment have accidentally opened a door humanity wasn't ready for? A doorway not just through space, but through time. Some physicists suggest that such electromagnetic fields could, under the right conditions, create localized warps in space-time, making parts of a ship disappear or distort. Others believe this was a Cold War-era misinformation campaign, designed to mislead enemies or hide real tests under the guise of myth. Real or not, the Philadelphia experiment has cemented itself in time travel lore, a haunting tale of what happens when humans tamper with the fabric of reality. Whether a glitch in history, a warning from the past, or something far stranger, one thing's certain, the story of the USS Eldridge won't vanish anytime soon. Story number 5, The Woman Who Predicted the Future. Anna Taylor's 1930s prophecies. Our final story isn't about machines or experiments, but a woman from the 1930s who seemed to know far too much about the future. Meet Anna Taylor, a little-known British clairvoyant who made a series of predictions in the 1930s that weren't published until decades later. Her writings described the precise year World War II would begin and end, the creation of something akin to the internet, the rise of climate change concerns, a future where humans communicate through screens, live in megacities, and deal with global pandemics. She even described machines that sound eerily like drones and smartphones, though those terms didn't exist in her time. But her journals didn't just stop there. She warned of skies filled with buzzing metal insects, cities that never sleep, and walls that whisper answers to your voice. She even predicted a global illness that would lock humanity indoors, eerily similar to COVID-19. One passage mentioned a great mirror in the sky used for global communication, possibly describing modern satellites. And strangest of all, she noted that her visions often came after vivid dreams where she floated outside her body and heard ticking clocks all around her. Some dismissed her as a fantasy-prone writer with a gift for metaphor. Others, not so sure. Could Anna Taylor have glimpsed tomorrow through a wrinkle in time? Or was she merely gifted with rare foresight? Either way, her writings continue to baffle researchers to this day. Closing segment. What do you think? So, after everything you've seen, do these stories prove that time travel is real? Are they coincidences, clever hoaxes, or proof that we're only scratching the surface of what's possible? Some believe time travelers walk among us, observing quietly, shaping events, or even warning us of danger. Others say we haven't cracked the time code yet. But one thing is certain, the past, present, and future may not be as separate as we think. Which story convinced you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments and tell us, if you could travel to any point in history, where would you go and why? Thanks for joining us on this time-bending journey. If you loved exploring the unexplained, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a mystery. More incredible stories are just around the corner, or maybe just a moment away.